What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am talking about the upcoming Steelbook releases for the month of November. This is where I talk about every single brand new Steelbook currently on the release calendar, but keep in mind anything could change. It's very common that physical media items do get delayed, and of course, last minute items always could be added on. But as of right now, this is the release calendar for Steelbooks for the month of November. Let's begin with November 4th. We do have two brand new 4K Steelbooks from Scream Factory. We have John Carpenter's Vampires and also The Howling. Now, if I did not already own a regular 4K slip of Vampires, I would absolutely want this Steelbook in my collection. It's fantastic. It looks absolutely amazing. I talk about this all the time. Great cover artwork is the reason to pick up Steelbooks. It's the reason we collect Steelbooks, honestly. And so John Carpenter's Vampires looks absolutely amazing, but I do not need this in my collection because I do have that regular 4K. Now, The Howling, unfortunately, I am not super thrilled with this cover artwork. It's very boring to me. It is very bland. So there's no driving force for me to pick up this Steelbook. I actually already own this film as well with a regular 4K. So I am good with The Howling. The other two Steelbook releases on November 4th, we have Cheech and Chong's last movie receiving a 4K Steelbook. There's also Dragon Ball Super Broly, I believe. I'm sorry, I'm not in the Dragon Ball world, so I don't exactly know how to say, words, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Super Broly, that's how I'm going to say it, receiving a Blu-ray Steelbook. So High Def Ninja surprised me with the Cheech and Chong last movie Steelbook. I believe this is a documentary all about Cheech and Chong and their entire careers working together. And I'm just very unfamiliar with this duo. I know who they are. I know kind of like what they represent, but I don't know details about their careers or their lives. So if this is a documentary, I cannot wait to watch it. It'll be very informative. And the Steelbook looks incredible. It's a very nice looking Steelbook. I do recommend that you pick this up if you're into Cheech and Chong. And I did post an entire unboxing photo montage on my Instagram. So if you are curious as to what the Steelbook looks like beneath the slipcover, just head over to my Instagram at Movies&Sue and you will be able to see that. Now, Dragon Ball Super Broly, obviously, I just mentioned I am not into Dragon Ball. Surprise, surprise. Like, there's no driving force for me to pick up this Steelbook in the future. So I am good. But if you're a major fan of Dragon Ball, you may want to pick this one up. Now, the following week on November 11th, this is the biggest Steelbook release week of the entire month. There are 10 Steelbooks being released. Now, some of them are re-releases, but there are some new releases as well. So the first two I'm going to talk about, we have One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest receiving a 4K Steelbook for the 50th anniversary of the film. We also have The Descent receiving a 4K Steelbook, which is a Lionsgate Limited exclusive. So when it comes to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I did receive the email offer from Warner Brothers. I'm assuming I will receive the regular 4K with a slip, but you never know. The Steelbook could come over from High Def Ninja, so I may receive that 4K Steelbook, but as long as I have a copy of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I will be more than satisfied. So I can't wait to watch this film. The Descent. This Steelbook looks fantastic. Obviously, no surprise. It is coming from Lionsgate. It's a good movie, too. I recently watched it like within the past year for the very first time, and I really enjoyed the film. And so if this happened to come over as well, I would be ecstatic because that cover artwork looks good. I'm sure there's a slipcover over it and it looks amazing underneath. Next up for the week of the 11th, we have Him receiving a 4K Steelbook and also a Shout Factory re-release of Renfield 4K Steelbook. I'm not exactly sure why they are re-releasing Renfield, but just in case you missed out, you may want to go ahead, circle back around, and pick up your copy of the 4K Steelbook. Him 4K Steelbook, I may be receiving this, I may not, I'm not sure. Again, I believe this is Universal, I think. Is it? I think it is. I think it is Universal. So I could receive that 4K Steelbook from High Def Ninja. I could receive the regular 4K from Universal. So we'll see what happens with that one. Continuing on with the 11th, we have Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues 4K Steelbook. We also have, for the 25th anniversary of the film, U-571 receiving a 4K Steelbook as well. Spinal Tap 2, I could receive this from Paramount, so we will see what happens with that. Nothing is a guarantee, so that may come over. U-571, I've actually never seen this film. I've heard of it, but I've just never seen it. I'm not really sure if I would be interested in it. Is it a disaster movie? I don't know. I know nothing about the movie. So if you have seen U-571, comment down below and let me know if you think I would like that film. Because as I always say, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know my taste in movies, what I like, what I don't. So let me know your honest opinion about that film. Next up on the list for the 11th, we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas receiving another 4K Steelbook release for the 25th anniversary of the film. Can you believe it's been 25 years of Jim Carrey's The Grinch? I cannot believe it either. Also, we have Wicked receiving a 4K Steelbook re-release. So obviously the re-release for Wicked is because Wicked for Good is coming to theaters in just a couple of weeks. So that makes sense. They do want to re-release the first Steelbook to capitalize on the Wicked madness as much as possible. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, it's most likely that I will be receiving this from, is it Universal? I don't know. I received an email offer for this one. So this has a good possibility of coming over. And I enjoy Jim Carrey's The Grinch. The more times I watch it, the more I enjoy it. I feel like the first time I watched it, I wasn't overly thrilled with it. But then I just kept on watching it, rewatches. And it's not like the most favorite of mine, but I do enjoy it. And I look forward to rewatching it. And I do believe I saw that Jim Carrey's version of The Grinch will be heading to theaters this year because of the 25th anniversary. So that would be a lot of fun. Family day out, take your kids, popcorn, soda, candy, and just have a great time with that one. So that could be a lot of fun for families out there. The final two Steelbooks for November 11th, we have two re-releases. We have the original Five Nights at Freddy's receiving a re-release 4K Steelbook. And then this is going back because this collection's been out for a few years now. They are re-releasing the Blu-ray Steelbook collection for the Friday the 13th 8-film collection. I already own that collection, so there's absolutely no reason for me to pick that up again. I am good. I am so good with the Friday franchise. I pretty much have everything at this point, so I'm fine. And then Five Nights at Freddy's, I have this 4K Steelbook as well in my collection, so I am good. Obviously, they're re-releasing this Steelbook because the second Five Nights at Freddy's is debuting, I believe, right in the first weekend of December. Moving on to the next release week in November, November 18th. This is one to get excited about. If you are a big Martin Scorsese fan, Casino is receiving a brand new 4K Steelbook for the 30th anniversary of that movie. And also, Pulp Fiction 4K Steelbook is receiving a re-release. Why? I honestly have no idea. All of these re-releases are happening. If a movie's not coming out with a sequel, I just don't understand why all of these re-releases are happening. Like with Renfield, why is that being re-released? I don't know. Same thing with Pulp Fiction. This could possibly come over because this is associated with Paramount, so that could happen. I'm not sure. And then Casino. I would love to have this 4K Steelbook. Now, I do already own a 4K Steelbook for Casino, but this Steelbook looks incredible. It is so brightly colored. I absolutely love it. It stands out. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. So I would love to have the Casino 4K Steelbook in the future. Let's talk about the last release week of November. I believe this is the week of Thanksgiving. So right before Thanksgiving, on November 25th, we have The Conjuring Last Rites receiving a 4K Steelbook. We also have The Long Walk 4K Steelbook, and that is an Amazon exclusive. I will be receiving The Conjuring Last Rites. I may receive the 4K Steelbook from High Def Ninja, but it's most likely that the 4K slip is coming over from Warner Brothers. The Long Walk, this looks like an incredible 4K Steelbook because I believe this is Lionsgate as well. It looks amazing. I really would like to rewatch The Long Walk because in theaters I kind of have like a mixed reaction, and I feel like watching it a second time, my viewing experience would improve. So in the future, I absolutely would love to own The Long Walk. The final two Steelbooks for the 25th. These are both celebrating anniversaries, so that's why we are getting more copies of The Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers is receiving another 4K Steelbook release for the 45th anniversary of the film, and then also The Ten Commandments receiving a 4K Steelbook release for the 65th anniversary of the movie. When it comes to the Blues Brothers, I have a 4K, I have a regular 4K. I recently got rid of my regular Blu-ray Steelbook of the Blues Brothers because I have a 4K with a slipcover, and I'm fine with that. But if this happened to come over somehow, some way, I would not reject it. I would probably keep it in my collection. I'm not sure though. Who's putting out the Blues Brothers? I can't think of that off the top of my head. And then the Ten Commandments, this possibly could come over with my association with Paramount. And if it did, that would be great because I do not own the Ten Commandments at all. And guess what? I've never seen it. I've never, ever seen the Ten Commandments. I think the reason why is because I feel like I believe the movie runs long, like really, really long. And so that's probably most likely the reason why. But I don't have it. It's not in my collection, so I would welcome it. As of right now, those are all of the major Steelbook releases that are scheduled for the month of November. Comment down below and let me know, out of everything that I talked about, what are you most interested in picking up? Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.